Yeah, Oscar, because you know that shit's fucked up. Because at the end of the day, Keegan did say nigga before.
Exactly.
Don said nigga yesterday. He said it yesterday. Okay, so the fuck what? So the fuck what? Now, Oscar, you know what the fuck I'm talking about, Oscar. You know I'm high right now, so I really can't like articulate the way that I want to. And then where's Shy Shy? Where's fucking Shy Shy? Where's the fucking Shy Shy?
Y'all know.
I'm about to
Hello. I'm in here.
Hey, Shay Shay.
She's more than a mom, though, and y'all don't bring up the whole single motherhood shit unless it's to slight someone versus like acknowledging.
That's the most egregious thing said. That
no, it's not the fact that you're saying she's a single mom. It's the fact that you're trying to make fun or make a dig by saying.
Yeah, and then that's the thing. No one really cares, but you don't bring up single mom when you're bringing up a good thing. You bring up single mom when you're trying to be
single motherhood's not a good thing.
And didn't Keegan say nigger before her, Jazzy?
So you see what I mean? So you just proved your point that you bringing it up is not a good thing. It's not a term of endearment.
You were being funny. You were being funny. Hold on, so Jazzy.
What happens when your wife divorces you, bro? Keegan. What happens when your wife divorces you?
He's like,
you can be a single father.
To be
well, what's that?
Single mother.
You can be a loser single father then?
Hold on, could you be quiet, Sean?
Haha.
Everybody go. This not about y'all. My God. So first of all, I'm tired of people calling me a single mother. Like my son don't have a dad, and like he don't got a grandma, an uncle, a brother, a sister. I'm not a single mom. Like I don't have no help.
What?
I have a lot of help.
Dad, we won't talk
no,
about
there's no but. It don't matter.
Talk about that.
It don't matter. It don't matter. We were talking about that because I brought it up.
Yeah, I don't think people realize like what a single mom.
Keegan's a star, Dr. Zachary.
What a single mom is.
Right, a single mom is someone who raised
she did Oscar. I brought that up.
Thank you.
Stop pissing me off. I brought that up though.
Thank you.
I had a phone call, so I stopped talking about it. I brought that up. I brought up the shit you be saying.
Thank you, and you trying to blame me. And then for the record, Oscar, so you saying Keegan never said nigga? So you saying Keegan never said nigga?
That's what I was saying. That's what I was talking about.
Has anybody else on this floor heard Keegan say that?
No, I've never heard him say it.
Nobody else heard Keegan say that word?
I never heard of that.
All I've heard Keegan say that pisses me off is a woman looks good, he calls her a slut. I hate that shit. He calls good-looking women slut.
He says so much shit, it don't really matter. Like, who cares? I'm not trying to pinpoint it. I don't give a fuck. I don't like the nigga. And whoever likes him can go to his fucking rooms that he's gonna start making. I don't give a fuck. I will get off the app. I will listen to a podcast. I will watch a YouTube video. I don't give a fuck. I don't like Keegan. And nothing anybody says will get me to like this little bitch. He's a little faggot.
I ain't trying to get you
with them.
Not you, Justin. No, my issues with him is that he calls women whores that look good. Like, I mean,
man, listen,
you show a little ass, he calls him whores. That ain't fair. That's bullshit. That's my issue with you.
Stop talking. Y'all
making a good point.
bitches, bro.
I'm not a bitch.
Y'all all some bitches.
Then you're just doxing your own ass.
Why the fuck you still
That's as ignorant as Keegan then when you say that.
Bro, y'all want to be involved in drama so bad.
You're the one yelling.
Who the fuck
That's
was
drama.
talking about y'all?
So,
damn, y'all gay as fuck, bro. I promise you. I never seen a group of faggots so deep like I see.
No, you're labeling. That's crazy. Okay, hold on. Come on, don't do that to yourself, Devin. Now you're being as good as Keegan, calling everyone faggots. That's crazy.
I never claimed to be a good person.
Yeah, you are a good person. I know you're a good person.
Hey, shut up.
Man, I love you and I respect you. That's why
I'm fucking talking.
all right.
Don't ever shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna save my fucking year.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm gonna save my years.
Shut
Bye.
the fuck up, Sean. Bye, bitch. You made California ass bitch. Get the fuck out.
I think that's what people go wrong at in this app when they try to like put themselves on this like false moral high ground over everyone else. It's like all of you motherfuckers have been rancid on here, okay? We've all said and did some fucked up shit on here. It's Clubhouse. It is what it is.
I've
Like,
never
no one-
claimed to be a good person. Ever said I'm better than you guys. No, but you know who does say that? This faggot nigga Keegan.
That is true.
As he calls our kids retarded and fucking calls us single mothers, you're not a good person. You're a fake ass Christian.
Oh,
And I don't care if you got homeboys like Sig that's gonna like you, nigga. You're still Sig got a fucked up homeboy. That's all. You can be Sig friend all you want. You a fucked up ass nigga. Still. I don't give a fuck if my mama was your friend. My mama got a fucked up friend. That's just it.
Damn.
You're a bitch.
My point is that if I
Man, your point is gonna be said in the chat. Write it down, bitch. Oscar, go make your own room. I'm not even being funny. When I'm top left in this bitch, Keegan don't get to talk. Do you understand? He talk when I say he could talk. Now go make a white Clubhouse politics, bitch. Bitch ass nigga wanna cry about something Brad said to me. As if I got Brad on ventriloquist or something. Like I'm making Brad say the shit he say. That nigga called your wife a bitch on his own fruition, nigga. Not mine. I didn't tell him to disrespect your wife and your daughter.
if I'm a fake Christian, what does that mean?
Man, go down to who keep bringing this bitch up here.
I'm sorry, I ain't gonna bring it up. Yeah. This is my last time.
Thank you. They're waiting on you in the white version of y'all don't like black people anyways. Why the fuck you bring your dumb asses sit around us every fucking day? I'm restricting your access to my stupid black ass. Access restricted, bitch. You can only hear me. I can't hear you. Access denied. I'm so dumb. I'm so black. I'm a single mother. So fat. So retarded. Why is your white pasty ass sitting the fuck around me? Let me help you out. That don't make no sense to me. And y'all niggas love trying to make me be friends with these people. I'm good. In real life, I will shoot a nigga like Keegan if he came anywhere near me. My gun is in my glove compartment. If I knew a nigga like Keegan was walking near my car, I would shoot him.
Whoa. What the fuck I just come back to? What the
And then I'll
hell?
play a clip up, and then I'll play a clip from Clubhouse to let them know I thought my life was in danger.
What the fuck does he?
Yeah.
Oscar, do something, man. She called left today. This her right now. She said she gonna shoot Keegan. Yeah, you're not gonna shoot Keegan, pussy. Come on, man. Come on. We all about peace and harmony.
I'm going to shoot the fuck out of them. You right. Y'all gotta stop this shit, man. That nigga's a bitch, and everything he stand for is bitch made. And that's why I said Sig be coming in here trying to save niggas. Nigga, like your friends are top tier niggas, Sig. No! I don't care that you hang with this man. You hang with a 26-year-old loser. A married incel.
why I probably got
He
pregnant.
is a disgusting person.
Insemination.
He is a disgusting person. I wouldn't.
That's what I'm saying. But then he thinks he does what those kind of folk do. You know, I don't want to say it because I don't think all white people are like that. But the passive aggressive, the oh well, you know, you're a single mother. You just had a husband. You wouldn't act like this.
He's a true conservative, though.
She's not a conservative. You don't know any conservatives. Conservatives are really Democrats from the South. I mean, if you really want to get down to the crux of it, but nobody wants to talk about that. You don't call yourself
No, that is the crux.
You have to exhibit that behavior too. But I think with identity politics, you do get to just say what.
Well, especially if your name is KK and you're an Asian fucking whore.
Doc Good, you a cool dude, man.
No, he's not. He's a retarded moron who is failed abortion.
I fuck with Doc, man. Like, all racist white people, man. He's one of the coolest.
Yeah.
It's like taking Hillary. It was like taking Hillary out of Donald Trump. Like, come on, like shit.
And don't worry, Jazzy. Keegan's about to be a single daddy, and his wife's going to be a single mother very soon after her solo trip to Africa, South Africa to be precise.
Ain't you the one who said you was gonna like sleep with Keegan's daughter or some shit when she was 18 or something?
No, I thought I put it on OnlyFans.
Jazzy, you sick too, man. You're a sick guy.
They should have come. I tell you this: if you want to come at me, you want to try to go low, then I'll take your hand and I'll show you what low is. If you don't want the smoke, then don't start with me. Don't go around calling Jazzy and
Dr. Eva has arrived. Hi, Dr. Eva.
What?
Taking the high road.
You missed me. You fucking missed the gym, you fat fuck.
Let me tell you about this.
That's what makes you a true man.
Don't miss me, miss the gym. Don't just work outside. Go to the gym and do isolated liftings.
Back in the day. Today, motherfuckers take it as, oh, you're taking the high road, so that just means I can do more horrible shit. So you know what? When they get it, they cry like they're Keegans. That's what it means. Today, you have to put those fucking 20-year-old incel fucking Latter-day Saints motherfuckers who are going to end up on a Netflix documentary. You need to put them in check.
Where's Liam? Okay.
And everybody in this room.
Liam wants to come in this room.
You're literally the guy that turns
Who?
the kid into a fucking school shooter.
Abuela, welcome, Abuela. Why did you kick me yesterday, Abuela? You hurt my feelings, Dr. Abuela. Choosing pussy over me.
That's a dangerous mindset.
All the gay detransitioning therapy I've provided you. That's how you reward me.
What's my mindset?
That's just a dangerous mindset that you have, yeah.
Why?
We gotta find peace within self, man. So
Who did you say wants to come in here, Abby?
I have to, you know what we have today?
Oh, my wife?
Yeah, she's upset you fuck with Pearl.
Oh, really? She's upset that I slept with her?
She doesn't believe it. She's like, he's lying. I said, no, he's not lying.
It's not like I want to gossip about it, but honestly, I just don't care.
I know. It's not you. It's to be honest, they were talking about her, and I was like, I want to talk to her so badly because I wanted to know how her experience was.
Ooh.
And because this is like as a girl, it's like she is brave for doing that, you know? It's like she took the next step and she went and met someone on Clubhouse, first of all, and then
Yeah, but she was coming here anyways. She didn't come here to meet me. I was just.
She lives in Chicago.
She doesn't live in Chicago.
Oh, that's what they're saying. They are saying that she lives in Chicago.
No, her ass lives up in fucking Michigan, Michigan, I think, or Wisconsin. I can't remember. I don't know, and I don't really care. I mean.
No, okay.
she came, you know, we're not, this was a couple of years ago. And, but anyways, yeah, I mean, she is who she is. Like, she's straight up American. I mean, that chick is not, she's the daughter of immigrants, but there's a lot of chicks like her. But she, you know, all these chicks that do their lip fill and shit, I mean, keep them, you know, keep them. Carrot Cat does her fucking lip fillers. All these chicks are crazy. This chick, this Serbian Muslim chick that I used to date that I really liked, she did all the lip fillers, and now she looks like a plastic fucking Barbie, and it's not a good look. Like, if you've ever kissed a chick with fake filler lips, you're like, ew. Like, it's
I can imagine.
gross. Like, your lips don't move, bitch. It's like sucking on plastic. It's disgusting. And plus, they tell you, you can't kiss me too hard because you'll fuck my lip filler up. Otherwise, you'll suck the filler out of the lip.
So if you see a girl with like fucked up fillers, they probably the man kissed her.
Who knows and who cares? Just stay away from people that have mental health issues.
Yeah. So stay away from Clubhouse people. So we learned that.
Yeah, Clubhouse is full of sick people.
Yeah, we noticed. It's a mental asylum here.
It's a sanitarium. Well, let's get back to the show.
Okay.
You're not gonna believe me if I tell you about Billy Sue and Bob from California.
Well, tell me about the Billy Susan. That's what
I will. I will. Okay. I will tell you about the people at schools, which is why DeSantis made it so in Florida we can't talk about sexual relationships at all because that is not good. So parents were literally being closed out from their kids' sexual lives, right? Let's say you go to school and you say you need gender affirming care. Your parent was not allowed to intervene, and the state then intervenes and give your kids HRT. They give them estrogen and testosterone.
Without your knowledge.
Without your knowledge or consent. And they give these children, they start them on the path to transfer.
I love how, like, listening to Jazzy can invoke, like, a feeling, an actual emotional response of anxiety. And that's the amazing thing about, you know, actors on a stage is that you actually have the same physiological, neurological, central nervous system response to whatever you're listening to. The body is just automated to respond. And it's this is the thing about life, which I don't think a lot of people realize, is the cool-headed cool cats are the people who don't respond technically. Like, they're able to maintain a baseline of mindfulness or focus, you could call it. And if you've ever served in the military and you've been screamed at and people drop out, exactly, some people can't maintain equanimity. That's pretty much what it is.
I can't find no man, and my son is this.
Wow. Now you're coming at me for I'm not.
Yeah, because I don't know why you're trying to talk so bad.
I'm not attacking you.
Yeah, I know you're not attacking me today, I guess, because you don't feel like it. But just yesterday, you said I was manless and my kid is retarded and all kind of other stuff. So fuck you too.
No, I never said your kid was retarded. You said your kid was retarded.
I never called my kid retarded. Anybody in here, I ever told y'all my kid was retarded? Has anyone in here ever heard me say my kid was retarded?
Just heard you say it right now.
So I'm saying, Doc, you just this. I don't even want to hear what you have to say.
Well, Doc, if you said that, man, just be a grown person and apologize, bro, because I know you.
But
I ain't gonna apologize.
He's not sorry. I don't want his apology.
I ain't gonna get no bitch apology.
See what I mean? Y'all like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm not even gonna let you speak in this motherfucker. Everybody wants to hear what your rancid ass got to say.
He's just being ignorant, yo.
No, he's not. Baby Steve, like, stop taking up for people. God damn, go do that shit.
I ain't even said shit. Like, she just.
Yeah, and you're not gonna say shit. You're not gonna. How about that?
Well, that's because you're a dumb cunt and you're a fucking retarded bitch.
I know. Just like my son,
what
right?
the fuck, Doc?
Just like my son, right? Retarded. We're both retarded. Retarded.
No, I was talking about you. I wasn't talking about your kid.
Well, yesterday you said my kid was retarded. But I guess today he's not. Today it's just me. But tomorrow he'll be retarded. It depends on how many beers you drink.
These people need tuning forks in their lives.
You can both go kill yourself in that canoe.
Since 2015, the Joint Relief Institute has been Chicagoland's most...
I think they just need to realign their chakras, Dr. Chris.
Now I see why y'all start taking shit over. A black nigga said the wrong thing, and boy, our whole lineage was doomed. A black nigga said the wrong thing to y'all, and then boy, boom. Oh my God. This has been a very eventful lunch break for me. It was pretty fun.
Lunch break, 11:09 a.m. People don't take lunch breaks till 11:30. Come on, Dr. Jazz, you ain't got no fucking job.
Are you letting me make my point? You dumb son.
It's time for me to get the fuck on, step into a new space.
Yeah, you're a dumb cunt, and your pussy stinks, and your pH balance is way the fuck off. You smell like ricotta cheese. Move the fuck on, bitch.
So again, dude, like I'm gonna say the world's better off without asshole, man. You know what, Doc? Just go do your thing in a trailer in the middle of Georgia. That double wide trailer. Hey, fucking Steve, you're a fucking gorilla. You're a silverback.
Yo, shut up, you sick bitch.
Look, what's wrong with all these racist people, yo?
It's not even racist. It's something wrong with retarded people. Like, that's what I'm telling you. I'm about to really go on another side of the app. Like, off it properly. Just off. Maybe that's where the retards are not at. But I know that's not true because I run into retards every day.
Yeah, you're not escaping.
Dude, every time she looks in the mirror, she sees one.
Yeah, you can't be stopped. Like, what that nigga feel about beer and
loneliness.
Doc is the reason why white guys like me just like, you know what, here's the white card, have at it. I don't fucking care anymore. Maybe the BHI guys have a point. Like, maybe the world would be better under their view. Who cares?
I mean, there's some black people like that too, but the thing is, black men don't get to say what's good and what's not. No one's listening to a black man goes out, starts talking, and they say he's crazy, or he's a Muslim, or part of NOI or something, selling bean pies, you know? White men have made themselves the arbiter of what's right and what's wrong. And I see why white women are even tired of white men. At this point, they hate you guys.
No, I get why Brad's like BHI, like you know, Brad hardly intelligent, you know, over here being like, I don't know why.
And they call it a fake doctor dog. So I mean, join the club. You patched up a couple niggas' legs that got.
That's why you changed your name to Doctor when you got my name kicked off from Doc Innovation. You fat fucking bitch.
I changed my name to Doctor because we all changed our name to Doctor. So I guess Sig did that too, right? Sig is Dr. Sig now. Like I said, you're just a loser. Your brain don't work. It's filled with fucking foam and yeast, nigga.
Yeah, and with rooms like you and Ketchicon, this fucking like, you know, child fucking, you know, predator registered guy.
He's weird. He's just mad. Doc, if you go start a room, tell me how many people come. Not that I care about numbers, but I bet not even 3 people show the fuck up simultaneously. You might get 3 visitors in total.
Damn, they kicked me. Go get her, Chris. Get the extra footage.
It's the second part.
Okay, but you have to realize you did radicalize you.
Gay never can take responsibility. Alhamdulillah.
Allahu Akbar, Takbir.
Well, it's true. Even ask El Normo. Zionism is inherent in Judaism.
I don't understand. What's wrong with being a Zionist? Every country is Zionist. Yo, Alan, please. Yeah, well, I'm an American, and my grandparents are Russian, German, and English. I'd love to have citizenship in all three of those countries. How do you feel about that? I'm not Jewish. My mom's not Jewish. I can't just go back there and say, hey, everybody, I'm a Jew. Yeah, we're on the same page, but I don't go into, lobbies of buildings and start screaming out that I'm plotting with terrorist organizations to kill you all. There's a big difference there. Go watch your video, Dr. Princessia. Go watch yourself. Be a schmuck. You're a schmuck. Yeah, I go to the gym. I read a book. I sit in the sun.
Nora, you said you don't see why, and I just told you why. Because my people made a country, and your people could have made a country, and they decided not to. That's their decision. Say that again. You're very far from the phone. What? Well, you're very distant. You're running water. You're in the tub or something. Huh?
She's saying if you use Clubhouse, you are stupid.
So what I said again was, my people.
If you use Clubhouse, you're
my people made a country, and the country made a law, and the law says every Jew in the world is welcome. You had the exact same opportunity, your people. They chose not to make a country. They chose instead to fight against my country, and they lost.
Dr. Abby Iba, listen, you live for the dopamine. You dope up when you come to my rooms, Dr. Iba.
No, I like to talk to you.
I know you like talking to me, but you live for the dopamine. I bring the drama for you. I'm the bridge. I'm your dealer. I'm your dealer, Dr. Iba. We wouldn't have anything to talk about, you fat ass. Dr. Iba, you live for the dope. You're a dopamine addict.
Let's go.
What?
Sweet, your girlfriend broke up with her boyfriend? I don't know. What's her face? I don't know her. I can't remember her name. Kate, yeah.
No. There was
you have 2 million Palestinians who are in the land and they're citizens. What's your point?
Is this Norm or
It's Norm versus Nora.
They're not so welcome.
Nobody tried to kill me. My family didn't try.
How many wars have we had, Princessa?
Oh my God, there we go again.
How many wars have we had?
The name of this room is called If You Use Clubhouse, You Are Stupid.
Whose room is that?
Zach created it, and then I think he left, and Nora became mod.
You're part of the group.
Yeah, I know. He said you and Bussy are driving him crazy.
Unfortunately, they got bad advice.
It's true. You and Bussy are a tag team, and Bussy's really fucking.
No, I've been quiet for a little bit, but then Zach lied to me. And I said, Zach, how can you call Bussy a liar when you lied to me too?
What did he lie to you about?
It was something small, like I didn't even tag him on anything. Like I just asked him very calmly, and he was already like upset with Bussy, so I think he thought that I was going at him. I was just asking him the normal question. But yeah, then he blocked the whole room, and then he went to write.
Which part? What is that?
Sorry, I won't run your live stream.
He blocked you on Instagram too?
No, I don't have one. He went to Ryan's Instagram and wrote in every single post of Ryan. Fuck you. Even though Ryan didn't do anything.
Where is Palestine? What are you talking about? You're talking about the Alps. What?
I like how crazy people are on this app.
Palestine is where the Palestinians are?
It's like, but the one thing that does scare me is like if somebody does do something violent, like in this, you know, if anybody in any of my live streams actually does something violent, like I don't want to have to deal with any of that.
That area of the world, whatever you want to call it, there's a bunch of them in Jordan. Go bother the king of Jordan. Yeah, I don't know what you want from us.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of land.
I do, but it's not like it doesn't make a difference. Like once somebody does something violent, like that's the only thing that matters. None of these recordings actually really matter.
You gotta make a deal.
It's just like gossip, technically.
Yeah, true.
So it's not our fault anymore. I'm sorry. Go blame somebody else. All we wanted ever to do was to live in peace. And you got guys like this Joker here, Goo, and now he's gone. All these anti-Semites whose only interest is to kill us. So we don't want to be killed. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. There's no narrative. This is what happened.
Nora, it's not a narrative. It's a compression into the now. October 7th was the flea, or it was the straw that broke the camel's back. That is the main critical event. And a lot of people want to go back to 67, etc., and do the history hypnosis game. The truth is now, and the truth is you're in denial.
I don't want you to attack her.
It's not an attack. It's based off of what I am observing. It's my opinion. It's unique to me. It doesn't mean it's going to change her perspective, but it's still my opinion.
No, I know, but just don't attack her personally. We'll keep it as an external issue. That's what I'm saying.
I don't have anything against Princessia personally. For the most part, she's a pretty nice person, I mean, and plus she's never attacked anybody. Physically, she came close. She came close, but Noura, peace is the way. Peace is now.
No, but what you're saying is we're not going into the time machine. You're right about this. And I appreciate your support. There's no time machine. There's no 67 boundaries. There's no 48 boundaries. We're now at 2025. We've already seen that there's no reason for us to give up 1 square centimeter of land to anybody because all they want to do is sit there and kill us, as you saw on October 7th and as you see in the West Bank. They shouldn't be so heavily armed in the West Bank. There's no need for it. Or Judea and Samaria, as we really prefer.
These people are so innocent. These people are just suffering.
It's hard to hear you. These people are so what?
Innocent.
They're not innocent. They're armed, and they kill Jews, and we're not going to stand for it. If they were innocent, we'd be having a nice time right now. Instead, we have Gaza. I'm sorry, but this is the fact. And all these people on the app who are telling you these things, there's going to be a caliphate, and I hope you come into Gaza so we can slaughter you. And do you know why we attacked 2 days ago? It's because we saw that they were planning yet another October 7th. That's why we attacked 2 days ago. So you may believe it, you may not believe it. I haven't seen the intelligence, but I believe it because we know what the stance was. Hamas was defiant. They're parading around with little coffins of little babies. These guys are psycho. These are, Nora, these are not your people. These are some sort of demons or something. The people of Gaza aren't even the same people as the people of Judea and Samaria. So again, the only thing left to do is to make peace and to flourish and to raise your children in peace and not raise them up to...
Do you think it's fair that I'll never be able to enter Palestine?
I don't know if that's true or not. You could go in through Jordan.
No, everything goes through Israel. You need to.
No, you could go in through Jordan.
The bridge? No. Once you get to the bridge, you have to go through Israel.
The Allenby Bridge?
I don't know what it's called, but you have to go through Israel.
Well, I don't know which bridge you're talking about, and I don't know what you mean about Israel. But there's I have a feeling you could get to Ramallah. I don't really know for sure. I mean, go hug Egypt. Egypt has a border with Gaza. You don't want to go to Gaza anyway. Look, I'm not sure if this is because you got into trouble.
No, it's because I have a viral video of me and there's like lies about
spicy.
That's a separate issue.
Yeah, but Nora, the point is, do you even really want to go there? I mean, home is where the heart is.
What do you mean? Why would I not go?
There's a lot of people that are just happy and content, and they don't need to go anywhere to be happy and content. They're happy and content right now. That's the whole philosophy. You don't need to go to Israel because Israel's in your heart.
My father's like childhood.
Hey, Saint Elmo.
I mean, that's the psychological position you want to be in. If you are just going to go on and on about going to Palestine and being in your father's homeland, I got to tell you, you might be eternally disappointed because you don't get the overall philosophical concept. It's all about being happy now. You're already there, but you don't know it. And you come on the app and you want to do this political conversation, and that's all it is. It's fucking politics.
No, you're right. It's like Paul Coelho's, what is that? The Alchemist. Goes everywhere only to discover at the end it was alcohol.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The alchemy is a mixture which is trying to create a state of mind that gets you what you want, you know? And if it is literal, well, then it's literal. But the point is, you know, you have to find your happiness, and the only way to find it is in the now. It's not in the future. There is no future.
I'm happy. I'm enjoying my walk. I'm happy. If you're happy, you know, clap your hands. You know,
Yeah, but your problem is that's not the only song you sing. You sing another song, and it's called "This Is the Song That Never Ends." You know, do you know that song? This is the song that never ends. That's often what you're doing, and that's what Diego's doing, and other schmucks are doing. Is they sing a song that never ends, and that's the J-word derangement song.
You don't have stop it. Stop making it like stop. I've met wonderful Jewish girls when I was in the hospital. They were nursing students. I talked to them about everything, including what like my Palestine, my dad. They were very, very understanding, very beautiful girls. Some of them were married. They had wigs on. They all were wearing skirts. I really enjoyed their company. They were lovely. I don't have anything against Jewish individuals or Jews. I have something against anybody that...
Yeah, but those women may have been Zionists, and they're still wonderful, lovely people that don't like terrorism, and they support a Jewish state. There's nothing wrong with being who you are.
Listen, what's happening right now is terrorism.
Yeah, but you got to understand, October 7th again is the big terrorist event that broke the camel's back. That was the cutting. That was the division. That was the starting point. Uh-oh.
You're correct.
Yeah.
You can call it terrorism, but that's not terrorism is. We said, give us back our people. They said no. We said, listen, bad things are going to happen. Give us back our people. They thought they were being smartasses, and they said no. That leads us to where we are today. They're not going to give us our people back. But you're going to attack us over and over. We're not going to wait for it to happen. We're coming over there, and we're going to take apart your apparatus. It's too long. Don't even think about Gaza. Gaza isn't your area anyway. You're from Judea and Samaria. Think about how
Dr. Norma, she dropped her phone in the tub, so she lost her connection.
Are you serious? I thought you just made that up.
No, she's gone. She's been gone for like 15 seconds.
Yeah, but how do you know she dropped her phone in the tub?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying she left or she swiped out.
It's funny. By the way,
hello, Dr. Wizard.
I make the best coffee.
How do you do it?
So right now I'm using drip. I mean, the key thing is I have freshly ground coffee. I put some cardamom in it. I use 3 scoops for 1 large cup, and freshly ground, as I mentioned. And I microwave the milk, about 2 fingers of milk in a Bodum double-walled glass cup. And then I drip the coffee into with the cardamom into the milk. By the way, I put a little bit of sugar into it. Don't shame me for that.
Do you think it's safe to microwave milk?
What do you mean? Of course it is. That's
I heat it quickly. Why do you ask?
I don't know. I just try to avoid the microwave at all costs.
Is it reading your thoughts?
But why do you
No.
avoid the microwave?
I don't know. I mean, I just feel like if I have the ability to heat it with gas, I might as well do that, because to sit there and mass frictionize and vibrate the molecules to generate the heat, maybe it degrades the components of the substance, you know?
Don't you think that's what the other kind of heat does anyway? It's exactly what it does.
I guess you're right. But I mean, one is, you know, microwave radiation versus thermal gas heat. Like, I don't know. I just, and this is like, I guess for everything, but anyways, I mean, I'm just asking about the coffee because I love making good coffee and I love a good espresso. It's like, wow, holy cow.
I don't want to proselytize. Well, there's another really great thing called AeroPress, AERO. It's like $35, and you push. It's just a plastic tube. You get these little filters, and you push yeah, it's fantastic. You push the coffee through. Yeah, it's really good. I've used it for years.
Well, I was dating this Jewish chick that I was madly in love with, and she only made, you know, single pour over. And it would take so long for us to sit down and have a cup of coffee. And when you want a second coffee cup, you know, it's like you got to do the whole thing over again. It's like, I have to laugh at women who are bad at making coffee. And when you spend time with them and they can't make a good cup of coffee, you're just like, what's wrong with you? How can you not even make a good cup of coffee?
Okay, first tip of the day, don't criticize a woman. They feel badly enough about themselves. You don't have to add to it.
I don't criticize the woman. I'm just always amazed. It's like, how do you live your life without having the ability to make a decent cup of coffee?
That's critical. You just say thank you. And then you say, oh, let me get it. And then you make it. Oh, you make such a good cup of coffee. Happy to make it for you, sweetie.
So, Dr. Princessio, we were talking about October 7th and that being the straw that broke the camel's back.
Right, but don't beat up on her or be hard on her. I'm not saying you are. We're talking about coffee too. Don't be political, Princessa. There's no percentage in it.
Nin Shai Min Fadlak.
If you want to do the best thing for yourself and your people, be pro-peace, pro-love, be pro-Jew.
Oh, goodness.
Be pro-peace. You still have Ramallah. Ramallah isn't going anywhere. It's a nice city. You have most of Hebron. I think you call it something else. I forget what.
See, you win the war. If you even want to win the war, you have to become a peacenik. That's the irony, is that you're not even like, no one is actively involved in peace movements, which is essentially meditation now, which is peace now, not armed resistance and violent struggle to the death. That's the card of death. That's chaos and destruction. It's oblivion.
Let me just say, peace now, love, joy, peace. All communication is hypnosis, and it's Friday.
And Rabboilum Shalom.
Rabboilum Shalom.
Rabbono Shalom. Say it right. Say it twice. Make it bright.
Let's try to blow off some steam and enjoy this Friday morning.
Are you really Muhammad?
Yes.
You don't sound like a Muhammad.
This is Alan. He's one of my students. I've been teaching him hypnosis.
I go to Dr. Wizard's School of Philosophy and Meditation. I'm expected to graduate 2027.
I don't know if this is good for you or not, Princessa, but Diego seemed very sweet to you yesterday.
Is it?
Very. Huh?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said, I don't know if this is good for you or not, but Diego seemed very sweet to you yesterday.
Oh, thank you. So sweet now. Can you tell me?
Did you notice that?
He's always sweet.
Yeah, but this is public. This is next level. I don't know if it's good for you. I hope it is, but he definitely was very sweet to you. And I was thinking, I didn't think about it that much. You were silent almost. But I was thinking, well,
seem like he cares for you.
He's a good man.
If he's, no offense, but if he's two-timing his wife, that's not the greatest of things. No offense.
He's not two-timing anybody.
Catholics don't go for that.
He's just a gentleman.
All right.
It's called.
They bumped into him in California.
That was me.
It was you?
Yeah, at a gas station with his wife.
Gas station?
His wife and 2 kids.
Ken Silver is with the FBI. Ken Silver is with the FBI. He's a Mossad agent. He's tracking. Diego.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah. I get my monthly salary from Mossad. They send it to my Israeli pay account. It goes straight into my bank in Tel Aviv.
But she made a mistake. She thought it was the Mossad. It's Mossad. It's like a guy. You know, it's not.
Mohammed Saad.
Do you know what Mossad actually means in Hebrew?
No.
Hello? Are you serious? You guys can't even come up with your own translation? I mean, what does the organization do?
I don't know. I'm still working.
It's intelligence. What are you talking about? It's supreme intelligence. That's what Mo and then the Sod is. It's supreme intelligence.
Okay. That wasn't very much of a reach. I thought there was some prize at the end of this process.
The prize is Shabbos. The Shechina is coming.
That's beautiful. Why don't you convert? No offense, by the way. I mean, I never said this to you before, but you seem so Jew.
Because I went to a conversion class for mixed couples with Rabbi Zvi in not Brentwood. What's that really? Oh, Bel Air. There was like a Jewish theological university in the hills in Bel Air.
I know those guys.
Yeah. Anyways, it was great. But I just realized I was like, I couldn't stand listening to women complain about their future mother-in-laws anymore. And I said, why don't I just read the books? I got to read. I was like, I could sit here and do the whole conversion, but if I don't actually read books, it's all sort of superficial. So, you know, and plus it was a reform conversion.
An Orthodox rabbi.
It wasn't an Orthodox rabbi. It's a reform conversion through the Jewish theological.
I know. Don't do that. Do the real deal. You're the real deal.
I could do if I want to do the Orthodox conservative. There's a Chabad, you know. I could take the train. I could do it. I could do it with them, but you know, that's a multi-year process, and it's like going to college. It's like getting an undergrad degree.
Not that much work.
Really? It's a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's weekly commitment, I would say.
Anyways, I'm happy.
If you want to do it, I don't know. You seem very into it. You
know? Why? You know, maybe I'll do it, but let me get married to a Jewish woman and have Jewish kids, and then I'll do it. Or, you know, I don't know if you got to put the cart, cart before the cart, but what's the difference? Like, if my wife is Jewish, my kids will be Jewish, and what do I care? You know, my dad is Jewish, my grandparents are Jewish, my uncles, my cousins. It's like, I don't feel this overwhelming need to do a conversion. But, you know, I could, but if I did, I'd want to do it, I guess, for personal reasons and then for family reasons because of my wife and my kids, you know. Otherwise, it's like if I need a catalyst.
If you're Jewish, you'll get the Jewish wife and kids.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that makes sense.
You seem very drawn to it. I mean, I personally kind of regard you as a Jewish person, everything but the dissertation.
Yeah, I have no problem with Judaism. I mean, I'm not sold on Christ being Mashiach, so I just view Jesus as being essentially a Kabbalist, and, you know, he got himself murdered because he decided to open his mouth and declare that he was the God.
Well, don't bring that up when you go for the conversion. Leave that on the table.
I know you can't even talk about, you know, Jesus because it's such a sensitive topic, but you know, the world is obsessed with Jesus. I mean, Jews, it is a gaslight. Jesus is a gaslight or a light to, you know, Christians, but I don't know.
I believe Jesus is a way for non-Jews to form a bridge to God, a connection to God. And I don't resent them for it. This is what they need. I respect too deeply in my gut, in my kishka, people's desire and need to connect with God. It's as important as eating and drinking and exercise and love.
I mean, it says you should think of God more than you breathest. You know, I mean, that's how much you should think of God. I mean, it should become a full-on 360-degree, you know, goal and purpose. I mean, and I meet a lot of these liberal atheists on these dating apps, and I'm just like, you really don't know how to have fun. I was like, you choose not to enjoy a huge. Basically, the big complaint is they don't like wisdom. You know, you may not like science fiction, but the fact that you don't like wisdom and these books are full of wisdom, and it's just like, damn, it's like there's a reason why you don't have a husband and kids. It's because there's so much. The wisdom will give you happiness, and it's really people who don't study that really lack a lot of joy in their life because there's so much wisdom in there, and the wisdom in itself is, you know, the tree of life. So a lot of people do not have the spirit of life in them because they choose not to study the words, and they complain about books, numbers, and words. That's all. They're just complainers.
Princessa, no matter what you decide to do in terms of your affiliation, I think the desire to get close to God, to not be, I'll just say it, not be violent, and not be, don't hate other people who worship in a different way than you. I think you're going to have a happy life. I mean, I think this wasn't just a breakdown for you, it was a breakthrough. But just stay on the path of peace and connection with God. And I don't recommend to you, again, no offense to you, I know you're stuck on this guy, I don't recommend to you dating a married man. No offense.
He's a married man.
Yes, you are. Isn't he married with kids? But that's for you to work out. Maybe he wants, I don't know, whatever works for you, as long as you're, you know, as long as you're taking care of yourself, self-care.
Yeah.
Yes, Bishop, come up.
If you were to start a peace movement, I think you would be amazed at how many Palestinians would join you in wanting to find peace in their lives and peace in the Middle East and peace on the earth. People love peace.
There's a Palestinian that writes beautiful poetry, and I follow him on Twitter. And he actually wrote, I can't read everything because I'm so medicated, it's hard to focus, but he basically said at this point he thinks Hamas needs to release all the hostages. And, you know, I respect his position. He's like, it's not worth any Palestinian exchange because of how many people are being killed. But
are you familiar with the Just Wars principle, Princess? Yeah.
What is it, Bishop?
The Just Wars doctrine of the church.
No, can you tell me it?
Okay, well, as it relates to Hamas, Just Wars doctrine would say they need to release some of the hostages, but not all of them. So the non-combatant hostages, yes, they must release. It is sinful and wrong and immoral to take non-combatant hostages. But active combatants, yes, no, you can take them as hostages. They are indeed rightful prisoners of war.
Got it.
Yeah, we're not in a war, and they have no right to have anybody. And if they don't give them back, it's going to equal their downfall.
Speaking of non-combatant hostages, you guys have a rate of non-combatant hostages on normal of about 100 to 1 compared to Hamas. So let's just.
What about ism?
Oh, it's very relevant.
Leading these people to their death.
I'm not leading anyone to anyone's death.
Yeah, you are. You're leading the Palestinians.
Who am I leading anyone to their death?
You're leading the Palestinians to their death.
I stated a Catholic doctrine. You are crying because you guys are just incapable of fulfilling any moral obligation and duty as
Nobody is crying. I'm telling you that you need to give the hostages back immediately. Nobody is crying. I'm telling you, you need to give the hostages back. And by not giving them back, you're leading these people to their death. And you're sitting here with your opinion. Meanwhile, the Palestinians are dying because they have the hostages.
So, Norm, to be honest, Hamas is crying, the Houthis are crying, Iran is crying. There's a lot of people crying.
Yeah. And these guys are telling them that they should keep doing it.
And talking about people that don't like wisdom, like this Bishop guy might be the dumbest person I've ever met. That says a lot.
You're coming here to cry again because of Daniel 7:10.
He doesn't know what the word crying means.
Listen, at the end of the day,
I'm not crying.
You guys
analyzing you like a
That's not crying.
You're not Anderson. You're making.
He doesn't know what the word crying means, okay? He's using it the wrong way.
English is not his language.
Well, Randy, what word does he know what it means? To me, Bishop, you're a rat in a lab, and I don't understand how people can live like that.
But we're all crying here today.
He's a rat in a cage, despite all my rage.
The leadership of Hamas is gone.
Well,
The whole layer of leadership of Hamas is gone. So you got to ask yourself, was it worth it? Was it worth it to fuck around and find out?
Did they kill a bunch of Jews? Like 1,000 Jews?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about right now, like this week.
Well, then it may have been worth it. That was their goal, the death cult.
Right. No, they killed 1,000 Jews like a year and a half ago. Yeah, over 1,200. And the war could have been over right now. They could have given up the remaining hostages last week, and the war would be over. But instead, they fucked around. They didn't release these hostages, and now the whole new layer of Hamas leadership is dead this week because, they wouldn't release the hostages. And I just want to know, from the fans of Hamas in this room, was it worth it? Could you let us know? Do you think that was a good decision to not release hostages last week, and now a whole new layer of Hamas leadership is gone with their families, unfortunately, because that's how they roll. They hide out with their families. So for the fans of Hamas, do you think that was a good decision? Thank you. I'll wait for an answer.
I'm not a fan, but tactically speaking, there's no point in them releasing.
No one here is a fan of Hamas. Let's start that.
Okay, well, the supporters.
Yeah, no one here is a supporter.
Okay, you're getting hung up on the wrong word. Tell us about the decision.
Let's start. Right, some square one.
You're incapable of logical thought.
And you're incapable of not talking and interrupting me. Typical. Anyway.
That's true.
Okay, we at least have.
Okay. To be honest, nobody's interested in what you have to say, just to be honest.
And yet you're still here listening.
So I'd like to know,
And yet you're still
was it worth it? Tell us, guys, do you think that was a good decision?
Wait, I want to talk about Nora, why do you listen to this guy?
See, I can't answer when three of you are interrupting at once. Holy fucking shit, dude. I understand you're used to the echo chamber of Hamas this, Hamas that. Jesus Christ, look at the rest of the world. The world isn't your shul. Okay? Now, no one here, to my knowledge, supports Hamas, right? So that's number one. Now, in terms of the end result of what Hamas is doing, you guys, much though you will deny it, of course, although I don't really care whether you deny it because the Knesset and members in it say it openly as well as the other people in the IDF. You want Palestinians out of Gaza, right? You actually want Palestinians out of the whole land. And you are willing to do it in basically any way. Of course, you can't. In the ideal way you'd want to, which is a second Nakba, because then there would be even more international pressure on you than there is right now, right? So you've chosen the slow death option where you limit calories, reduce wages, reduce the economy to zero, blockades, etc., etc. Okay? So Hamas, they have a choice. They can accept the slow death, right? Whether people suffer more, you encroach on more land, etc., etc. Or they can risk perhaps the quick death, right? By starting conflicts like this, whereby in the rest of the world, because again, no one really cares about the 200 or 300 people in the West Bank that you guys killed by October 6th of 2023. But the minute bombs start flying, suddenly people start caring. They can do that, whereby the rest of the world begins to give you even more increased scrutiny. The rest of the world says that, this is getting out of hand. We need to scale back on what Israel is doing, more international pressure, etc., etc. Right? Now, the reaction of you guys to this is telling. You don't want to hear it because you know this is true. Countries like Ireland, countries like Spain, recognizing Palestine is just the beginning. Increasingly, more and more people in this country, in the U.S., are increasingly anti-Israel, as is the rest of the West. Now, you rely on the hope, to convince yourself of this, illogical reality that you want to live in. That everyone that disagrees with me is false. Everyone that disagrees with me is insane. Everyone that disagrees with me is an anti-Semite.
What's your point, though, Dr. Bishop?
You're talking to no one. You have no standing in this.
That's fine. Right? I'll keep talking. You can talk. Yeah, exactly.
What is your point, though, Dr. Bishop? What is your point?
I'm getting to the point. You let me finish talking. Anyway.
I know. How long are you gonna go? Because I gotta get going here. I gotta get to the gym. How long are you gonna go? Sounds like a soliloquy or some type of speech or something. What's going on here? I thought this was a conversation.
Proving the last point that he's making.
Exactly. Anyway, the more.
Oh, really?
The more people turn against you, countries, people, etc., etc.
Nobody cares, Bishop. We don't care what you think.
Okay, if you don't care, then definitely shut up. So the harsh reality of it is that, actually, what Hamas is doing, even though I don't fully agree with it, it is effective. They are fighting a war of attrition.
It's suicide.
And a war of attrition.
Suicide.
Why are you guys tossing? A war of attrition that you guys are not winning. Every day you lose this war of attrition more and more.
The Gaza is rubble. You're out of your mind. You're literally delusional. You're sending these people to their death.
This is what I'm saying.
You make
don't
no
understand
sense
what
at
war
all.
of attrition means, dude.
You make no sense at all. We will win a war of attrition. Of course I know. I'm 1,000 times smarter than you, Bishop. My pinky is smarter than you.
Your internet is also not working. So
You just bloviate. You are useless, sir.
that was a great rebuttal. That was a phenomenal
What's
rebuttal.
that? What's that? What's your defense?
Phenomenal rebuttal.
What's your defense?
He thinks the world. Bishop thinks the world is going to come to these terrorists' aid and support them in some type of overthrow. It's not going to happen.
It's not about the world coming to Hamas's aid, and Hamas are.
You just said 4 different countries are coming to the aid, and they're seeing the light about what the Zionists are doing, the Jews are doing. Bishop, do you even want peace, Dr. Bishop? Do you want peace? Yes or no? You want peace?
Don't want peace. Anyway, the truth is, the world is
You're looking at terrorists. Terrorists have to be eliminated. They don't want peace. That's right. That's not news.
Anyway, the world isn't going to come to anyone's aid. The world is just going to stop giving aid to Israel. That is the ticking time bomb that Normo.
You're making this about Israel.
That's the ticking time bomb that Normo and the rest
It's not
of
about Israel. This is not about aid to Israel.
It is
It's not a partnership with the United States. It has nothing to do with it. Israel has become a regional superpower. We have an enormous economy. We have the best economy in the region.
More and more people
You're delusional. You're delusional. Just because you're a vicious anti-Semite doesn't mean you're mental disorder. You have a mental disorder. We make our own ammunition.
Hold on. Like what? I know you guys have gone back and forth over the last year, but I mean, like, is it something? Do you not genuinely think that the world looks at Israel less favorably now than they did 2 years ago? I mean, I think that's very, whether you're like completely morally correct necessarily change the fact that the world looks at Israel less favorably. Now, maybe that doesn't matter to you guys, and that's fine. I don't get like why you're talking past each other. Then that's all he's saying.
This is not about TikTok. This is about the survival of the Jewish nation. We're very committed to it. I don't know if you got that point. The Palestinians are welcome to live peacefully as our neighbors. What they're not welcome to do is to come over the line and bother us. And that's the line in the sand.
Abraham, I'll explain to you why we're talking past each other. See, to your hilarious point, Abraham, I could have said everything I just said now and still be pro-Israel. Like, there are pro-Israel people that say this.
You're not saying anything. You're trivial. You're aggrandizing. You haven't said anything. There's nothing to say.
There's literally a head of the ADL, one of these Jewish organizations that actually openly talked about in one of their like organizational memos that it is a terrifying thing that the youth in the United States hates us.
You're off
does not
topic.
support Israel.
Has
Now,
nothing to do with the ADL.
thing that kind of brought up this Abraham is I don't know if this is a local thing on the part of people like their normal here who's buddies or
those of you who are that speak anti-Semite, you have no point to offer. You have no point.
Because everyone's kind of but if it's actual local that they genuinely believe that people like them more somehow,
Nobody gives like that. This is not a popularity contest. This is not a popularity contest.
I get that. Right, yeah. I mean, look, nobody can like have a legitimate issue with people just like trying to fight for their survival or like their protection. Regardless, the Palestinians, anyone that's in that position that they feel like they're being threatened. But like, to put it in a very simple way, I'm not like super familiar with the whole Jewish thing. I know you guys have debated, but I think it's the Jews can without a doubt say that had October 7th not happened, everything that's happened since then, that it would be a better timeline, right? We'd have 1,300 less Jews that are dead that got killed for really no reason, and there wouldn't be just absolute destruction in Gaza. Like,
but the thing is, Abraham,
That's correct.
the thing is, Abraham, they want Palestinians out of Gaza.
No, that's different.
I'm just trying to get
like a country never is.
I wouldn't want to live in a country.
But the thing is, they can't graduate education. So they've been going to the whole military vertical.
YouTube short.
Every so often, they'll just like start reducing the population a bit
We
more,
never said we
et
wanted them
cetera, et
out.
cetera. But the problem is, this is not a long-term
We
sustainable
withdrew
solution.
from Gaza.
This is basically admitting that yes, we're doing war crimes, and we can only do so as long as
Nobody is
Daddy
committing
America
war
protects
crimes.
us.
You have no
But the
logic.
more war crimes they do,
You
the
have
less
no
Daddy
logic.
America
This is
and
not a
his
war
citizens are
crime.
likely to support them and protect
This
them.
is beating
So
terrorists.
there is
Nobody
kind of a
likes the
catch-22.
terrorists.
There
We
are
never said they had to. We wanted them to
that live in
help
Israel
Djibouti.
that I talk to regularly
Djibouti
will
is
actually admit this. He's literally one of my
I have
friends.
no idea what you're
Is
talking about.
Israeli.
You know somebody
lives in Netherlands
doesn't know what
right
they're
now. His
talking
family's
about.
from
When they tell you what the
whatever.
other side
He
thinks.
literally says that yes, they need to
You
find
have
a way
no
of getting them
connection to
all
this
out
issue.
and doing it very quickly.
You
Otherwise,
have
it's
no
going to be
connection
another
to this
for
issue.
them to sport.
You shouldn't be talking about it. You
I mean,
really have nothing to add. You literally have nothing to add to this conversation. Nothing. Except you're going to tell us what we think. Full of shit. Totally full of shit. Nobody's saying they all had to leave. They said that they couldn't.
There are people in the Knesset and
Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it.
there are
We
people who say
withdrew
this.
from
Dude.
Gaza and you know it. So then you talk obvious bullshit. Without any allowance for any kind of wisdom or fact.
What's his
or
name? Is
logic.
it Kahane? Is that I lose the Arab?
Now go back to Kahana. Kahana is long dead.
Including Gaza.
Kahana is
Well, there are
long
other
dead.
people that say
We
this.
withdrew from we withdrew from Gaza in 2005, and you know it. They made this happen. The reason why, excuse me,
Excuse me. The reason why this is happening is because they attacked on October 7th. You know it, we know it, and they know it. We never said that they had to leave. We were living in peace with them. You mow the lawn to kill the terrorists, and you know that too. No terrorism, no war. That's the truth. Nobody needs them to leave, except for the fact that they don't want to live peacefully next to their neighbors. If they don't want to live peacefully, then we need another solution. They claim to be both refugees and it's their land. That's a logical contradiction. You can't be refugees living on your own land. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. What you're talking is pure nonsense. What is this now?
Internally displaced persons.
That's not a refugee. That's why there's another word for it.
It's literally a refugee that hasn't left the borders of his own country. I don't know why this is so difficult for you. By the way, I'm not putting him down because he disagrees with me. I'm putting him down because he's just saying a bunch of nothing.
Okay, but I'm going to give you a different take. Okay? After every war, there are refugees. There is nothing unique about Israel-Palestine. After World War II, there were millions of refugees who were moved from Poland to Germany, to Ukraine, to Russia. People move. I'm almost done. And after Israel's War of Independence, over 750,000 Jews from all over the Arab world who had been there for millennia, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, Yemen, they all went to Israel. They were taken in. It wasn't ideal, but here we are, 50, 70 years later, they're all integrated. But what is unique? Tell us, what is unique? The Palestinians, they went to Syria, Jordan, Lebanon, and they were kept in refugee camps for 70 years or more.
Okay, I'll tell you what's unique.
Tell us.
UN Resolution 194. So, like you mentioned...
Irrelevant. Why should they be different? Irrelevant is UN resolution. Irrelevant. The UN created Israel. Okay, so tell us, without like,
I'm sorry.
Not for everyone here who doesn't know the resolutions by now. Tell us in like a.
I'm sorry. It's just impossible to speak with normal here. Look, you can scream.
Speaking in language, you call it bullshit.
Motherfucker, I swear to God. Not that normal. I want you to speak just when I'm done. Like, show some impulse control for the love of God. Okay, now
you've spoken too much already.
I know who's doing
too much already.
I know who's doing it.
Norm, are you the actor Elliot Gold from Ocean 11?
Anyway, the unique thing, okay, is that after the wars...
I gotta admit, the Ocean's 11 joke was pretty funny. That was funny, Rico.
Okay, those people were allowed to go back to their homes. UN Resolution 194 says exactly this for Israel.
See, Dr. Bishop, you don't live in the now. That's your problem. Is that can't happen now. Those condos have already been sold. You don't understand real estate law, Dr. Bishop.
Why is it that you guys have zero impulse control? Because we're sick of hearing you lecture us with your bullshit history hypnosis.
That's racist, Bishop. Don't say that.
I'm black, so it's okay. Look, anyway, Randy.
I'd like to engage with you. I'd like to reply to what you just said.
I can't. I haven't even finished what I'm saying.
Okay.
Anyway, UN Resolution 194 says that you guys can even keep all the illegal land that you took in the 48 war, because again, the UN says that you can't even take land in defensive wars. Which the war in 48 was offensive anyway, but, they said, fine, you guys can keep the land that you took, but all the people from that land have to be allowed back into that land and back into their homes. You guys have categorically refused that, which is why Palestinian refugees are still in Lebanon, still in Syria, still in everywhere else. Other countries, for instance, in World War II, allowed this. They said,
That's the part I'm going to correct you on. After World War II, the USSR literally redrew a map. They said, this land, excuse me, I'll finish the sentence. This land that used to be Poland is now Ukraine. The people who live in this town, if you don't identify as Ukrainian, you're going to have to leave. You will, and we will relocate you to Poland. So people did not go back to their home. They literally redrew the map. Parts of Germany became Russia, parts of Poland became Ukraine, and the people who lived there had to move.
Yes, Randy. The Soviets committed the same war crime that you guys did. Make no mistake, I despise the Bolsheviks. What's also hilarious is I don't think you'd want me to go into the data.
Nobody is in refugee camps.
I don't think you'd want me to go into the data of who comprised the Soviet Politburo.
No one forced them to stay in refugee camp for 70 years when they came to their new country.
Yes, no one also forced you to make 300 of 384 commissars of Soviet Politburo Jewish.
Stop trying to don't litigate the past. Your whole stuff is irrelevant.
I can't even.
The point is that nobody is in refugee camp 70 years later.
I can't finish.
No one is in a refugee camp 70 years later. This is unique to the Palestinian experience.
No,
it should be addressed.
There are other people who are also in refugee camps. Anyway,
there's nobody in a refugee camp for 75 years. It's bullshit. Again, there's nothing unique about it. Look, this whole unique status is ending. That's all.
The unique aspect is that you have not allowed them to go back into their homes. What about this is so difficult? I know it's so difficult for you to understand. Look, my issue with you guys is not that you're Zionists. My issue with you guys is that you're willfully ignorant, and I don't even know what for. The world knows what you guys are up to, so why you pretend that it's anything else, I don't know. You know what your own politicians and military leaders say, so why do you pretend it's anything other than the case that it is? I don't know.
If they know they're not ignorant, they're feigning ignorance.
I don't know why. I don't know why at this point. Why pretend ignorance? Like, who are you duping? Everyone sees through the bullshit.
I don't know what. There's no right of return. You're just delusional.
Norm, recite it.
You need to come back to reality.
Yes, UN Resolution 194 doesn't exist anymore. No, this is what I'm talking about. There's no right of return. Motherfucker, what is Aliyah? There's no right of return. What is Aliyah?
No, you know what he meant. There's no, the reason why there's no Palestinians.
Yeah, I know what he meant. There's right of return for me, there's not right of return for you. What's good for the Jew, but not good for the Goy. Like, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. Now I'm actually curious to hear what he'll explain. So, you know what? Go on, speak more.
Bishop, first of all, the only reason you send me down is because you realize that you're full of shit, and I'm pointing it out. I'm exposing you for emptiness. That's number one.
Norm, we had a deal.
Number two, I'm going to finish. What's that?
We had a deal, Norm.
Oh, what am I supposed to say now?
That's Terry Benedict's casino.
That's Terry Benedict's casino. What does that mean?
Oh, it's a never mind. Ocean's 11.
Oh, that's Terry Benedict's casino. Yeah, Elliot Gould, not Elliot Gold. Yeah, he was Orthodox Jewish at that point. I don't know if he is anymore. Yeah,
How the fuck did you guys form this agreement?
That's an incredible character. So, what's the big deal? So that's number one. Number two, Israel has a right of return. It writes its own laws, and you know that. So there is no right of return for people who are not Jews in Israel, because it's Israel. Thirdly, the UN doesn't write Israeli laws. Doesn't write American laws, doesn't write Nigerian laws, Djibouti. It doesn't write the laws of countries. So what you're saying is total bollocks, and you know it.
Okay, so leave
that
the
has
UN.
nothing to do with Goy or non-Goy.
So leave the UN, then, dude.
No, I'm not going to. We don't have to. It's bullshit.
If you reject the UN laws, then yeah, you should leave the UN.
Wait, why did you move to the audience?
Because he's just saying a bunch of nonsense.
That would be like saying, okay, well, then we should give back all of the U.S. Americans.
No, it's a talking.
Well, yeah, it's very low IQ, bullshit, cowardly behavior.
Okay, do you have a rebuttal to anything she said?
No, I was enjoying listening to Norm's rebuttal. I think Norm is a more effective rebuttaler than me.
He said, yes, we can stay in the UN, but we won't obey any of the laws of the UN. Yeah, I believe in traffic lights, just not for me.
How old are you, Bishop? I'm curious.
16.
Are you literally 16?
No.
Okay, I'm just curious.
No.
You don't want to answer?
I don't see the relevance of it.
Young people never want to answer. Young people never see the relevance. That's a dead giveaway that you're probably under 25. I'm just curious. No offense.
Okay.
Don't take it so personally. I'm 37.
It doesn't affect me at all.
Curious. I'm just curious.
Okay, like I said.
Well, are you asking me? I hear you. You're not asking me to explain the relevance. You're saying that you don't see the relevance.
Okay. Would you
like me to explain the relevance?
Yes.
Well, I think that a lot of young people in general rebel against their parents. And so if you are a young Jew who's anti-Zionist, I'm wondering if you're... Oh, you said you have the right of return for you to go to Israel. I guess I got confused.
You misheard what I said.
Yes, all right, well, I'm simply asking for clarification on the chat app from a stranger.
Okay.
Forgive me.
In Israel, Norm said there's no right of return, that it doesn't exist, that it's not.
Yeah, there is a right of return for Jews. There's not a right of return for Palestinians.
Okay,
it's not that hard to understand.
I get the whole, there's a lot of things that Israel and whatever, the history. But I mean, dude, if simply put all of that aside, because it frankly, in this context, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's not that difficult to understand why both sides would not like each other. Like, I don't think anyone's necessarily being ignorant. I think one side believes that, yes, the Jews dominate, we're going to take over, they're moral, fine, whatever. That's what they believe, then that's what they believe. The Jews, dude, I mean, bro, I wouldn't be comfortable living next to people that are at least led by a group of people that want to kill me. So, like, you can talk about whether or not something's gone too far or not, but this whole idea of, like, right to return, I guess because it's, like, a religious, it's sacred ground, maybe, but outside of that, like, dude, I think it's fucked up with what's happened with Gaza, but, like, I can see why the fuck.
The funny thing is, I don't even care that much about what's happened with Gaza, truly, for my own personal reasons, but the issue why you're seeing the cognitive dissonance, number one, some people are incapable of admitting to moral hypocrisy. Western Jews like to present Israel as this, nice, lovely, secular nation, equal rights for everybody, blah, 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 blah. Thankfully, Zach here is at least willing to admit, yeah, that's not true. It works some ways for some people and other ways for others. All right, we have a word for this. It's called apartheid. Now, I mean, you can be pro-apartheid. Me, I wouldn't necessarily mind if certain groups of people were under apartheid, but, what I think doesn't matter. What does matter is the ticking time bomb of demographics and the war of attrition that Israel is facing. This is the conundrum that idiots like Normo here don't... I mean, but it's funny, I think he actually knows this is the case. Why he wants to pretend it's not, I don't know.
Okay, Mark, wait on for a second. Let's go step by step. Let's go one by one, and no more bending down. One by one. Number one, UN doesn't write Israel's laws. That's not apartheid. That's the law of the land. Okay? The United Nations writes nobody's laws. Okay? So you're wrong on that one.
I never said they wrote anyone's laws. So you're still on number zero.
Anyway. Why are you guys...
No, because if he comes up and says nothing, if he was saying something, I'd leave him up. I didn't know Zach. Zach said something. This guy said nothing.
I mean, look, maybe he's not being good faith, but, like, just for the sake of the argument, the UN doesn't write... Yes, they may have written something, an agreement that allowed Israel to get their land. Besides the point, I mean... Do you think the UN should be able to override a sovereign nation? I don't think so, regardless of... Just for the sake of his argument, what he's actually saying.
I don't disagree. But then, if you disagree with the UN, why are you part of it? Well, okay. I don't agree with how the New York Stock Exchange operates its markets. And I'm not going to obey the rules of the New York Stock Exchange.
Well, I don't like a certain law in the United States, so I'm going to move a little bit.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I might not like a law in the United States, but if I live in the United States, I will accept that law or go through the legal means of changing that law. They do neither of those things and then reside in the United States anyway. This is like saying, well, I'm going to break every traffic violation, disrespect basically everything in the U.S. Constitution, but I have a right to live in the U.S. anyway.
Do you agree with NATO?
Bishop is a fat
With
Kermit.
everything that the U.S. is involved in?
No, I'm not. But I also don't violate American laws in my attempt to persuade that maybe certain courses of action are necessary. I accept the law of the land, so long as it does not infringe on my inherent rights. Now, the Israel does not have an inherent right to be in the UN, so they can ignore.
Now, Paul, but then you don't talk about any ill will stuff about someone's wife. He didn't talk about your wife. He didn't say anything.
He did talk about your wife.
Shit in my wife's mouth.
Yeah.
Yes.
But here's the thing: the most countries that are able to do that is because they're powerful and part of the permanent Security Council, right?
Yeah.
Israel gets away with that because of America and no other.
A large challenge here. It's whatever you can do to make things change, but to help things change. But I think that is coming into some not conflict with, but it's getting to that place of how much can I put myself out there? How much do I want to share on social media? Because people are starting to feel afraid. And again, we've said this many times. That's the strategy, is to terrify people. That is how you quiet people. We know this from history. So yes, it's that same equation that we have to every day make in terms of our own mental and emotional health, and then what we put our energy into. Same thing. It's all about keeping ourselves safe. And I know the word safe has been a big issue on Clubhouse. Like, what does it mean to be safe? But it's a real thing for people. So how maybe the better word is okay. How do I stay okay? How do I make sure that I can be effective? But I had two thoughts I wanted to throw in here. One was that something that Victoria said earlier. I don't know if Victoria's still in the room, but yes, it is powerful. I agree with you, dude. Was there is some satisfaction in I guess we would call it mocking or making fun of or pointing out how ludicrous some of the things are that are happening. But I think there's also a way to think about citizen journalism in a whole different way, which is just to be simply a fact checker. Okay, so here's a very simple thing that I did this couple days ago when all of a sudden there was these big headlines about how President Biden's pardons aren't legitimate, they're illegal, blah blah blah, because he didn't really sign them. But that was this whole ridiculous made up thing. And what it was based on was, again, this attempt to delegitimize and to reverse things that are, this happened to be specifically around the Jan 6ers. But the fact of the matter is what we're talking about is an automated pen. This is a device that sits on a desk that for decades, presidents and a million people, including regular people, CEOs, anybody uses to steady their hand to sign something. That's all it is. So the truth of the matter is that President Trump has used that exact same device to sign God knows how many things. There was, as we say, a nothing burger. There was nothing there at all. So, somebody brought it up to me in the hallway where I live and said, "Oh, did you hear this?" And I said, "Oh, well, actually, that's not what it is at all." And in 3 sentences, I immediately, got rid of it. And the person, because I was calm and just explaining something in a very factual way, they were sort of left scratching their head going, "Oh, I guess that wasn't anything at all. I guess that's not true." So I think there's a way to be a citizen journalist all of the time.
Fucking idiot. Nathan, are you fucking retarded? I didn't hear it. Yeah, you don't. That's crazy how you don't hear it. And this is why I figured out. This is how I figured out that you guys are. You've made space for the retard, and that's so diverse and equitable and inclusive. I understand why Monica hype.
Alright, he's down in the audience for 5 minutes, bro. What's he yelling at? I'm not right. I'm just goofy now.
Hey, they're your rules, and you just admitted, and everyone in the room heard it, that you're not enforcing them. So maybe you should maybe you should fucking devibe yourself if you're not gonna.
He told you he didn't.
Right? And the rules don't apply to white women because there's a.
Don't start. Don't fucking start.
Alright, that's enough of that foolishness. Yeah, he down in all these. You want to fall into Ellie?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Enough of that damn white. Yeah, enough of that white boy shit.
That'd be such a whore.
Am I more than for?
Yes, we could talk about.
New Balance. That's a New Balance.
The Backstreet song time.
Why white women are the least desirable?
I disagree. But you know what we can talk about?
I love white women.
We can talk about what just happened. I think today needs to be a holiday, man. Listen, in chillism, there are many dragons, but none nor the spears. That's the great white dragon. And that was Brad. But for some reason, this big red Diogenes dragon came up there and snapped his head. I think today needs to be a holiday. March 21st, 2025.
Like mourning the passing of? Damn. Wait, you never seen Diogenes before? This your first time?
No, this is the first, bro.
Oh, this
I think
your
this is his first time seeing Diogenes at level 11.
Diogenes. He old school on this.
Oh, he goes harder than that.
Yeah,
in his own room, by himself, like on the mic alone. By himself, he was holding back. He was holding back.
Yeah, he's one of the only people who stood toe to toe, even with me. So he can go back and forth, man. He's got it.
He defeated Brad. I thought I'd never see it.
I don't think he defeated Brad. I didn't see it defeat him.